Oh my god, I didn't know how to make this video. This is my gaming computer. As you can tell, it's completely torn apart. This is the computer I make everything on. I edit my videos on this. I record my videos on this. I play games on this. I do everything all on this one central computer unit, and now it brokey. So this cooler is actually a aftermarket cooler. This wasn't the one that was on originally. I had one of these. This is an AMD stock cooler, and if you know, this thermal paste is like contact cement. As you can tell, that's etched on there. Here's in studio lighting, like, what? Like, why? So that happened, meaning that got completely obliterated to the point now where it's making this funny noise whenever you eject the CPU. She's fucked. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so much. This is my whole, like, absolutely everything. And it's not reading dual channel or 4-channel or any type of RAM except for the first RAM. Anything else is giving me a memory buffer error, and I mean, now I gotta fix it, right? So you can just ignore these fans. This is the original graphics card that I had on the machine. It's a 1080 EVGA card. It's an SC edition, like, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning card. I'll probably show you guys the error I'm dealing with. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the burn of the damage now. Do you hear this?
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
It should not sound like that. Brand new. Brand new. Oh. Let's throw this on the microscope and find out what really happened here. So if I go like this, you can kind of see the pins locking. See that? See how it works like that? Board looks fine. But let's go check CPU now. This was the bad side. Now one's bent. See if we get that clicking noise still in the motherboard. Yeah, we do. Just plug in a power supply and it'll just boot. I have half of one, and this will do what I need it to do. Half of these are basically useless. They don't really do what they're fully meant to do, but they are important for TDP. Don't try this at home. For diagnostics, we're going to go plug in the speaker. One DIMM we know works, one DIMM that we don't know. That we know that for a fact does not work. So, that in fact did not fix the issue. New parts. I got a Ryzen 7 5800 XT, which is a big upgrade compared to my Ryzen 5 5600X. This will be a better option, a little bit more cores, you know, everything else. They did send me the wrong one originally. They just sent me another 5600X, so I had to return that. So this is now the second one I've gotten. This is also the second board I've actually gotten. The first one was the wrong one. Now this is all in, we're just gonna open up all of our RAM channels and align the RAM in the correct order. I have them paint markered for each DIMM because they're from different sets. So set 1 will go into set 1. Okay, the next thing I want to do is NVMe. We can't put the drive in just yet. We have to go put the standoff in. There's also a little tiny screw we got to put into it. So the drive we got is a 2280 form factor, meaning that it goes up to 2280. That's the length. We're going to get our standoff and put it inside the 2280 slot. And just screw it down there. Get our SSD. Get my screwdriver, line it up perfectly, and plant it down. Not too tight, but tight. Awesome. Okay, so this is most of that completed. Still need to fit our air cooler. To fit our air cooler, there's these brackets right here, and they just come off with Phillips. And then what we're going to do is get our other air cooler brackets Boom. Now we're gonna get some thermal compound. I'm out of NTH1, this one will do. If I thermal right, we're gonna go take off the cap and do an X pattern on the CPU. That's not the X pattern I wanted, but it's fine. If I really wanted to, I could go with like a plastic tool here and spread it on. This is all dried. I've never seen that. So I got a default to the one thing I didn't want to default, and that is my TP31. This is not really meant for gaming at all, like whatsoever, but I gotta use it. Cool. So now that we got our cooler, flip it the right orientation, and then we're gonna put it on. Put this on evenly, or else it'll dissipate the force along the CPU unevenly, causing cracks in the IC. Now, you know, that's good. That's nice and strong. That's not going to come out. We could try to bench it. We're going to bring back the box. Get this really shitty power supply out. Okay, plug it in. It's on. It's RAM checking. Oh, it's because... Oh, there you go. Boop, 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 boop means no video card. We'll give it one more shot. No video card. That's fine. Okay, already have an IO shield in there. The exact same fucking board, so it should be fine. Slide it in, trying to avoid most of the wires at least. I'm not gonna worry about plugging in anything just yet. I wanna go screw this thing down. Where the fuck did that go now? Boom. Okay, so now we're gonna go start plugging everything in, which should just be a little bit really. SATA, front panel, USB 3, light bar, and there's high quality sound. For the CPU fan connector, goes on this header right over here. That's in. Graphic card just goes in, just slides right in. Now, there are two screws. Aren't they like, what? I'm working! For the vertical mount that I don't own because I'm not rich. And I think that is literally everything. Plug it in. Moment of truth part 2. Spinned up. No code so far. Getting a light. Posted. At least the post beep. Crack open BIOS and see what we got. Ryzen 7 5800 XT. 32 gigs my RAM. Everything's gonna be all over the place because multiple monitors. We're gonna type Ryzen Master. Boom. This is Ryzen Master. We're gonna go back into easy mode so I can just kind of show you guys what's going on. So basically this is it. It's an overclocking agent inside of Windows. So we're gonna do auto OC and we're gonna optimize all cores. This specific CPU that I put in this has 2 more cores and I think 4 more threads, which is good for me because I play lots of simulation games. It's also good for me because I do video editing. Now we're gonna open Task Manager. All my hard drives are here, my SSD showing up, and my 1080. Okay, so now that we installed all those things, we gotta do the last thing really, considering we have a brand new CPU in there, a brand new motherboard, but regardless, we have a brand new CPU in there that has a higher TDP than everything else, resulting in we need a new power supply. This is a Thermaltake Smart BX1 750 watt 80 plus bronze power supply, so it is safe. So let's open this thing up and take a look. Ooh, a snack for later. Warranty, warnings, power cable, a couple zip ties, screws, and the actual unit. Alright. I'm not going for Lux, considering you can't even see the power supply in this build. So that's why I chose a non-modular. Because my power supply I currently have is non-modular. So we'll put in the fan down. because we have a vent. But I want to go look at what we're working with I/O-wise here. Here are all the I/O wires, and I want to go take a look at PCIe, because there's like almost never enough PCIe, and that's it. You gotta be fucking joking. Yeah, there's more. Don't worry. It's always good to have a little bit more PCIe, just in case I want to upgrade to like a 3080 or 3090, because they take, you know, the big guns. They take definitely more than one 8-pin. So those are the PCIe connectors. Fantastic. 24 pins right here. Molex, which I don't have any need for them. It's mostly just SATA power on my case, so Molex is basically useless. So here it is. We got like 8 SATA, which is great. That's excellent. You can never have enough SATA power, so that's good. And then we have our CPU and motherboard power. Motherboard power is an 8-pin because 8-pin is standard in most gaming boards and newer boards, considering it provides extra power. So now that we got this all organized, what we're using here and what we're not going to be using, we're just going to put it to the side, and we're going to go get the computer over here. So now we can flip it over and start working on the backside, which is the more annoying part. 24 pin, and we're just going to snake it through everything else that we got here. So if you look over here, I have 3 hard drives, and that means 3 individual SATA cables. Yes, SATA power. They're very cramped, as you can tell. So putting those in is going to be a bit of a pain, but other than that, it should be fine. Let's take off these zip ties now. PCIe. Don't do that. That's for the lighting. So now we got to take this out. Do that. 4 screws here. I don't plan on reusing these screws, considering it came with new ones. Okay, everything literally installed. Now we just got all these extra wires, which we're just gonna expertly just shove in here. Okay, that's in. CPU power's in. There we go. Back case, sorry. So we're gonna go plug this in. Here we go. Got a light. Yep, pulls it right away. So now we can actually overclock the CPU a bit more. Boom! Okay, let's adjust the fan curve because this is a little weak. Something more like if it reaches like here, I want it to activate. And anything above 65 or 60. 4.6 gigahertz. Awesome. Okay, let's go see if it like is happy now. If it's not, we're gonna have to add more voltage. Okay, see it? Boom. It's 67 Celsius. Dude, that's great. What? Are you telling me this is stable power at 60 degrees? I find that so hard to believe. Let me open Ryzen Master and get a better termination here. 64 degrees, 46 megahertz, and that's on all cores.
Alright, and that's everything today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and kind of seeing whatever I was dealing with. This computer has really pissed me off, but there has been some upgrades I have done off camera. I did throw in this NZXT RGB fan core thing. This is pretty cool, and I also got a pretty good deal on thermal take fans. These are ARGB fans, and this came with a header to support ARGB, so I just used them in sync, and now I have RGB on my computer. As you guys can tell right here, it's very good. It's not bad at all. It's not fading. It's all in sync. It's all connected through my NZXT fan hub. So I'm having no issues whatsoever. I have put the CPU cooler that I am using in the description of the video if you want to use it. It's a Thermalright 120mm cooler. I got the RGB version, but they come with just a solid black or white variation. I'm not sponsored or anything. It's just I prefer them. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.